be here, and I'm sure we're happy that it's not Zoom. You know, the best thing about Zoom is that you could bomb everywhere from Arizona to Tokyo in a matter of hours. And you never needed a punchline because 7 out of 10 times you'd freeze. But this is wonderful to be here. You know, I did my tarot cards this morning and they said I was dead. So this feels like a second chance. But it was so confusing because I hate to say this, but then I took a dump. It was in the shape of an infinity symbol. Life gives you mixed messages! Woo! Okay, here's the deal. I was walking this morning, I was walking my dog, and somebody almost hit me. Somebody almost hit me when I was walking my dog, and I said, hey, I'm walking here. And the guy said, sorry, I don't have mental telepathy. That's what he said out of his window. I said, you don't need mental telepathy. You need your eyes. And then I turned around and I blew him up with my mind. Now, I can do that because I've seen the movie Carrie about a dozen times. Like, I've seen the movie Carrie so many times that I created a song from the Bucket of Blood's perspective. It goes like this. It goes, bucket of blood, I'd rather be a bucket of gold. Anyway, I'm tired. You know, if we're talking about what's going on, I'm dealing, has anyone had a fly infestation before? Oh my God, I've had a fly infestation. For the past like 40 hours, I've been using this spray and going figure eighting with my eyes, so I'm still spinning. It's like a road trip, you know, when you drive for like 8 hours and you keep on driving 3 hours after. I'm dying. I mean, I've inhaled so much Raid and cedar spray. Today I had to balance it out with a green juice. I'm feeling so, let me tell you something. That's what we strive in life. You know, we strive for balance. And I gotta say I balance in weird ways, you know. Like, I put veganese on meats because it brings out the flavor, you know. That's what it really does. I noticed on Valentine's Day I had a type of weed called wedding cake, and I smoked it, and I balanced it with a nice puff of acrimonious divorce. I don't know if you saw the movie Promising Young Woman. Yeah. Okay, I love that movie. It won an Oscar for this, you know, writing. I saw it 3.5 times. It's where a woman avenges her, you know, friend's rape. But I balanced it with the 80s sex comedy Porky's. And I don't know if you know, but in the first scene of Porky's, they're talking about a character named Pee-wee because he wore a condom to a date because he wanted to get laid so bad. I once had an ex that came over wearing a cock ring, and that was the closest I've ever been to a marriage proposal. Except he didn't get down on his knees, I did. And he also didn't ask, I'm bird. You know, we were talking, you know, eating disorders have been mentioned. I remember in high school I had an eating disorder, and part of my exercise ritual was a shimmying. I'd be like late to school, and I'd be shimmying. I had to do my exercise ritual. Oh, it's terrible. I'm just trying to function. We're trying to function. That's all we're trying to do. I you know, touch this, make sure ground is here. I'm trying to get grounded, you know. Not so grounded I'm in a coffin. You know, just grounded and balanced, like we said. Oh God, I've been watching the murder shows. Oh my God, I've watched so many murder shows that when I wake up, I not only want to kill myself, I want to pin it on somebody else. I want to frame somebody. I watched so many American murders, I moved on to Canadian ones. Let me tell you something, my findings, equally as brutal, but the Canadians are gentler in the interrogation room. In America, they'll make you stay up all night for a false confession from like a 12-year-old. In Canada, you can have blood on your hands. They'll pat your back, they'll suggest a nap. If you want to sniff your dead wife's t-shirt while suckling your thumb, they will let you. They will let you. These things are basically fairy tales. That's what they are. They're fairy tales. You know, you think you're marrying the prince, but you end up hacked into 15 pieces and shoved into a suitcase. That's what it is. You know, but you know what? There's no happy ending if they don't find the body. You know, or the criminal. You know, if they don't find the criminal, that's an unsolved mystery. And I watched 15 hours of unsolved mysteries. And let me tell you something. Every episode led to one conclusion: that I need to find a life, and that is still a mystery yet to be solved. Oh God. A few months ago, I called 911 because I was smoking a cigarette and my lips turned numb. And then I realized my whole face, I started thinking I was developing an allergic reaction. I felt like it was swelling. I developed a panic attack. And then I realized it was the Botox taking effect. You know what else was taking effect? The weed. The weed and the Botox kind of took effect at the same time. Now, I don't get Botox because I'm vain. I get it because I'm easy to read. And also because people say my mother and I look like sisters, which is really an insult because she's 80 years old. I've been told, Botox gets such a bad rap. I've been told to get it in my jaw for TMJ, my headaches, or forehead for headaches, ass for, hemorrhoids. People talk about bleaching their assholes. For $600, you can have one that's wrinkle-free. So, I'll tell you one thing, I was happy. I was happy about the quarantine because eating ass was such a big topic, and I never felt included. My ideal evening's like a couple of kisses on the cheek and the neck, maybe the back, and a dollop of Preparation H on a strong but gentle finger. That's my, oh God. I'm so tired from the fly. I'm gonna go home and count and figure 8. They're flies! Oh, flies. Can you tell I'm single? Can you tell? I prefer alone, or alone for now, because I hate the word single. It's probably alone forever, and that's a mighty long time, but I'm going to tell you, and so would Prince if he was living, there's something else, the afterworld. And I'll say this, in the afterworld, I'm giving 110%. In this life, 42%! That's what I'm giving! Dating, 2%. I don't date. I can't date. If I wanted to date successfully, I'd need a life coach or lobotomy, okay? I either need someone like whispering tips behind a plant or wiping the drool off my chin as I nod in agreement. Oh, God. Last time I went on one Match.com date, the guy told me before the salad about his break in reality. And by the time the entree came, he was telling me what medication I should be on. I went out with one guy who told me over a bowl of borscht that he was born without an anus or urethra. Borscht, it was in New York. I gave him a second chance. We went to a sushi restaurant. I don't know if you read The Telltale Heart, by Edgar Allan Poe. There was this consistent squeaking, and I didn't know if it was coming from the pleather seats or if it was manufactured asshole. We ended up kissing. His lips were tight like an anus. Terrible. Terrible. Oh, now this is the sad one. The last guy I went out with, he told me over cucumber margaritas and tapas that his brother made him suck his dick between ages 10 through 15. Now, I wish he would have said made him fillet him. That could have lightened it up a little bit. It delayed the making out, and when we fooled around, he brought up brother a lot. He brought up brother. He'd say, you like your brother, don't you? You want your brother inside of you, don't you? Yes. And I'm like, yeah, if it's a kidney. I actually told him I thought about kissing my dad, but that's not, my dad had chronic halitosis and lupus. It was really, that's not, perverted, that's just self-hate. Anyway, no, the brother guy, he always wanted to ride bikes, and I thought it was for exercise. He apparently thought it was for foreplay. He did have trouble, he had trouble getting it up, but once he put a baseball mitt on my face, he came like that. Oh, God, whatever, I want to bang my head on this column. That's what it feels like, that's what it feels like. Anyway, I'll tell you one thing. Oh, I guess I'm done. Hey, I'll be done, yeah, I'm done. Thank you.